Stitch. Starting guard.
All right, this one is underway. What are the keys tonight to success for Milwaukee?
Well, a big concern when you play against this team, Marv, is defending Richard Jefferson. He's a very good all-around player, shoots the ball extremely well, close to 50% for his career, but so explosive off the dribble.
And that outside shot, I think you would agree, has come a long way since coming out of the collegiate ranks. Red able to get the shot off. Here's Kidd and scores.
Well, Kidd has always been a kind of low percentage shooter, Marv, and I think one of the reasons is he's a bit of what I call a flicker. He doesn't hold that follow through up. He doesn't really extend his arm, so he's really dependent on just whatever his rhythm and timing is that night.
And Jason Kidd, also a player who has added to his game. He is now a pretty good three-point shooter and is a player who is not afraid to take big shots, and he's hit them. Carter with the move, and Vince Carter taking advantage off the double team. Steve, Vince Carter, a player who probably shoots the deepest three ball than anyone else in the NBA.
Well, I think so, Marv. He shoots with ease from up to about 30 feet, and I think it's the fact that he's so athletic, it makes it easy for him to just flick his wrist. He gets tremendous elevation on that shot.
Nice entry pass. 6 on the 24. Here's Moore. Jumper off the mark.
Well, they got exactly what they wanted, Marv. A nice high percentage shot, but they could not convert.
And Charlie Villanueva able to put it down.
No, that's what you want, Marv. Try to create some easy points in the first half. Get yourself going a little bit. Find some momentum.
Good job by Williams. Kristich looking for the open man, and it's rejected. The Nets will get it back. Kidd with the shot, and Jason Kidd not able to hit. Williams looking for the open man, and Charlie Bell with the bucket. Williams giving no room. Here's Kidd. And the field goal.
Marv, he hit a terrific shot there, but you see the defense contesting that attempt. If they continue to do that all night, they'll be fine defensively.
Here's Red. And Michael Red not able to hit. Kidd pushing it down. Here's Carter. The Bucks will get it back.
Well, basketball is a game of mistakes, Mark. You're gonna make errors throughout a game. You just have to minimize them as much as you can.
Williams looking over to the bench. Good job by Carter. Now to 4. Bell fires one up, and Charlie Bell able to knock it down. Williams trying to stay in front of him. Yes!
Well, as a coach, I mean, that's what you want. You want to get players in areas where they're comfortable, and you know, guys that talented and that good, they're going to make a high percentage of those shots.
Red on a catch and shoot, and Michael Red comes up short. Oh, that's off the mark. That was not what he had in mind.
No, but I think the defensive pressure may have gotten to him there, Marv. A careless mistake, but one that was probably caused by pretty solid defense.
Williams trying to set up. Delivery to Red. Red puts the speed on. Shot clock down to 4, and Michael Red off the mark. And Jason Kidd stepped out of bounds.
That's a big play there, Marvin. A turnover in a game like this that's close. You can't afford to make mistakes like that one. This team has got to value the basketball.
Williams setting it up. Here's Red. And Michael Red is able to score. When you consider Michael Red's skills at the offensive end, you think back to when he first came into the league as a second-round draft pick, and he was noted for his defensive play.
Well, that's what he did at Ohio State, Marv. He was more of a role player, but he's really developed that outside shot to the point where he's got unlimited range, that quick release, and he loves the big shot.
Williams on the run. Here's Villanueva. And Charlie Villanueva could not finish. And rebounded by Kristich. Kidd moving to the front court. Shot clock down to 5. And Vince Carter will put it home.
They've got to tighten up their defense there, Mark. Poor rotation.
Williams looks to set it up. Here's Villanueva. And Charlie Villanueva not able to hit. Kidd comes across. Here's the double. Carter with the shot.
Terrific help defense there, Marv, on the interior.
Bell with a layup opportunity and the bucket. Kidd firing and scores.
What a great shot, Marv. Defensively, that's all you can do. Contest the shot and hope for the best.
Carter able to reach for it. And here come the Nets. Carter looking for the open man. Rejected. Here come the Bucks. Here's Bogut and puts it down. A minute and a half remaining in the quarter. And the score is tied. Kidd walks to the front court. Here's Carter. And Vince Carter comes up short. Back come the Bucks again. Here's Williams. And Mo Williams not able to score. And here come the Nets. Kidd gets space. That pass intercepted. Here come the Bucks. Bell on the hop. And Andrew Bogut able to put it down.
Well, nice job in transition there, Marv. This team trying to establish the tempo here in the first half.
Williams giving no room. Now here's the double. Kidd able to get the shot off. Here's Kidd. And Michael Red called for the foul. That's his first.
Well, he'll get 2 free throws here, Marvin. Very important early in the game to establish something from the free throw line.
Jason, only the 4th player in the history of the NBA to lead the league in assists 3 straight seasons, joining a list that includes John Stockton, Oscar Robertson, and Bob Cousy. And he is a future Hall of Famer, one of the great point guards in the history of the league.
And if you ask any of his former teammates whether they like playing with him, it's not even close. He's one of the most popular players in the NBA, just an incredible passer, a guy who spreads the ball around, makes everybody better around him.
3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. And Vince Carter not able to hit. Here come the Bucks. Here's Villanueva. Charlie Villanueva with the bucket, and he'll head to the line.
A lot of contact there, Marv. Good call by the officials, and wow, what a finish.
And he does it. 3-point play. Kidd bringing it across. Here's the switch. Not able to hit the 3. Kristich on the follow, and Kristich missed on the follow. The first quarter is in the books. The Bucks lead by 3. Steve, both these teams came into today's game with shooting difficulties, and they have continued right on. They cannot find the basket.
Sometimes, Marv, these things carry over from one game to the next. You get into a little slump, not only individually, but as a team, and I think that's what's happening right now. Both clubs really struggling from the field.
Kidd to the front court. Good job by Williams. Kidd finds the room. Open opportunity. The jumper's off the mark and gets the friendly roll.
Terrific effort there on the offensive glass, Marv. That's pure hustle.
Here's the switch. Accelerates, and Ruben Patterson not able to hit.
Well, the screen and roll is designed to put pressure on the defense, but very nice play by the defender, sliding through and staying in front of the ball handler.
Carter to the line. He's an 80% free throw shooter. Winner of the Slam Dunk Championship in 2000 All-Star Weekend in Oakland, California. But when you talk to Vince, he says his most explosive, his most entertaining slam dunk was the one in the Olympics in Sydney, Australia, over one-time Knick draft pick Frederick Rice.
Literally over. I mean, he jumped over the guy, just right over his body and dunked on the entire team. It was one of those things that you have to see 3 or 4 times to actually believe. And Vince Carter, no question, one of the most explosive players in NBA history.
And rejected. And it's a 24-second violation.
Marv, with the clock winding down, everybody on the floor has to be talking, communicating with each other, letting each other know that the clock's winding down. You've got to get something going towards the basket.
Williams at the point. Rebound by Kristich. Here come the Nets. Here's Moore and stuffs.
Well, close game here early on, so this club trying to force the issue, get out, get some easy buckets.
Offensive foul on Williams. I know that's always a difficult call for the official, but I don't know about that one.
I do. I mean, he clearly was out of control. He ran right into the defender. I thought it was a good call, Mark.
Yeah. You see, I don't know what you're looking at, but we've had this problem all game. And
all game, we've had this problem for a long time, ever since we started broadcasting together. You see one thing, I see something totally different.
It is annoying. Yeah, totally. That's the Here come the Bucks. Patterson able to extend, and Ruben Patterson blows the layup. And the steal.
Well, that's the last thing you need when you're trying to build a lead, Marv. You've got to convert those types of situations.
Kidd looking for the open man. Here's Jefferson. Yes. Williams to the rim and the bucket.
Well, you have to love the transition, Marv. They get the ball, get out, run the open lanes, and find the open man. Easy two there.
Beautiful defensive move. The Nets will get it back. Skinner has checked in for the first time. Kidd looking to set up. Shot clock to 5. Kidd gets it inside. Here's Moore, and Mikey Moore able to hit. Williams accelerating. Delivery to Patterson. Patterson gets it down low. Handled by Kristich. Kidd able to break it down. Here's Carter. And Vince Carter off the mark.
You know, normally that's a shot that he will make, but really good defense there as far as contesting the shot, really putting some pressure on that offensive play.
4 minutes gone by in the second. Bucks up by 1. Carter looking for the open man. Here's Kidd. Yes, and it counts. Kidd back at the line looking to complete a three-point play.
Kidd grew up in the Bay Area, stayed home, and went to Cal Berkeley, where he was a standout for the Golden Bears and really has been an all-star in the NBA from the day he stepped on the floor for the first time.
Carter walks it across. The steal.
Well, this full-court press is designed to force a turnover or, at the very least, make the offense use some clock.
Here's a steal. Boykins takes to the rim. Yes.
Well, you love the way they ran their lanes, kept the floor spaced, and found the right guy. Easy two there, and we are all tied up.
Williams finding room. Here's Carter. And the field goal.
This club really playing with a purpose now, Barb, getting good shots. Even when they're contested, they're getting guys the ball where they really love it.
Williams in possession. Delivery to Kidd. Red trying to stay in front of him. Shot clock to 7. Shot clock with 5 seconds remaining.
That's an amazing display of athleticism, Marv. With the shot clock winding down, the defense all over him. Somehow he gets it to go.
Yes, and the foul.
Marv, I got dunked on an awful lot in my career. That's no fun, especially when you foul him as well.
And he completes the three-point play. 2.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. Bucks up by 1. Boykins giving no room. Here's Carter. And Vince Carter not able to hit.
Well, I think the pace of this game is having an effect on the jump shooting, Marv, because the legs just aren't there. You can see that one did not look good.
Red getting room, and Michael Red with the bucket. Michael Red, a guy who does not need much room to get that shot off, and what a quick release.
Well, he loves to come off that weak side screen and just let the ball fly. It's very difficult to challenge his shot because he shoots it kind of from behind his head.
Here's Carter, and Vince Carter comes up short and gets the friendly roll.
Well, offensive rebounding is about quickness and anticipation. It's a terrific play there.
Boykins using that pick. Accelerates, gets a reach, gives it up. Nice pass inside. Shot clock is down to 5. Steve, Michael Red with the slingshot approach on that jumper.
Yeah, he's got such an unorthodox style, Marv, but it's very effective. He really builds a rhythm with it, kind of sticks it behind his head a little bit and flings it, but one of the best shooters in the game.
Here's the steal. Here come the Bucks. Patterson with a layup opportunity and the bucket. Williams moving it across. Here's Williams, and Marcus Williams able to knock it down.
Well, as this half winds down, Marv, this club has an opportunity to go for a 2-for-1 possession.
Delivery to Red, and it's a 3-second violation.
Well, every possession is so important, particularly in a close game like this one, and that's a turnover that this team can't afford.
Boykins trying to stay in front of him. Here's Jefferson. And Richard Jefferson off the mark. Here come the Bucks. Delivery to Red. Red able to extend. Yes, and the foul.
Well, look at the body control, Marv, the strength, the ability to complete the play even when he's drawing contact.
So that's a three-point play. Williams walking it up. 1 second remaining in the quarter. And Marcus Williams not able to hit from downtown. That's the end of quarter number 2. The Bucks lead by 6. The Bucks with the lead as we head to the second half. Steve, what concerns do they have?
Well, I don't know if they really established an offensive rhythm in the first half, Marv. They were a little bit lethargic. I think they need to be more active, especially defensively, as the second half gets underway.
Jefferson giving no room. Here's Gadzurich, and he puts it down.
Marv, where's the defense? You've got to slide your feet, get in front of people defensively.
Kidd moving to the front court. Good job by Boykins. Delivery to Carter. Off the mark.
Well, they have dominated the glass, Marv, and yet they're losing the game. I think that will change. Generally, when you control the glass, you can wear down an opponent and eventually take over the game.
Here's Patterson. Yes, and the foul.
That's impressive, Marv. The dunk following a hard foul. I don't know what it's like to be the offensive player in that situation, but I do know what it's like to be the defensive guy.
So it's a conventional three-point play. And Jason Kidd steps out of bounds.
Tough to climb back into a game when you make turnovers like that one, but you know that's what we've seen tonight, an awful lot out of this club.
Boykins directing traffic. He fires from downtown, and Charlie Bell off the mark.
Well, he had a good look at the basket, just couldn't get it to go down.
Boykins trying to stay in front of him. Delivery to Jefferson. Jefferson fires. And Richard Jefferson not able to hit. Yes!
Well, anytime you're trailing, Marv, it's important to get some easy shots. Whether it's a putback, a free throw, you've got to find a way to get the ball into the rim just to build some confidence.
Here's the switch. Boykins forced to give it up. 6 on the 24. And they clear it out down to 3. And Charlie Bell not able to hit. And Brian Skinner able to hit.
Well, I really felt like this club would make the halftime adjustment of hitting the glass, boxing out, but they're showing no commitment to the boards right now.
Here's Kidd. And Jason Kidd comes up short.
Well, they are very committed defensively here tonight, Marv. That's one of the reasons they're winning this game. They read the scouting report. They've got a game plan. They're challenging everything defensively.
Bell from downtown, and Charlie Bell misfires.
Marv, nice flow offensively. They get a wide open look. They just couldn't get it to go.
And he's rejected. He's all by himself. Here's Skinner, and puts it down.
Well, if you want to fight your way back into this ballgame, Marv, you're going to have to play better defense, and that was just too easy. Boy, what a nice effort off the bench here tonight, Marv, giving these starters a rest and coming in and really doing some damage.
Kidd back at the line, looking to complete a three-point play.
Kidd, of course, has spent time with Dallas, Phoenix, and New Jersey, and really one of the best point guards the NBA has ever seen. A very unique player. So strong and fast, can use either hand, and loves to pass the ball. One of the top assist men in league history.
Kidd gets it over. Delivery to Kidd, and a foul is called. Good job by Skinner. Here's Christic and gets the friendly rim.
Boy, that's a nice touch. Hand in his face, he still gets it to go.
Bell again, and Charlie Bell off the mark. And it's an 8-second violation.
Well, Marv, anytime you're trying to get back into a ball game in which you're trailing, I mean, you have to value each possession and execute and come up with good shots at the basket. That's a really, really untimely turnover there.
Delivery to Skinner. And Brian Skinner not able to hit. Skinner on the rebound, and Brian Skinner comes up short. Here come the Nets. Carter to the rim, and Vince Carter converts.
Well, Marv, anytime you're in a close game in the second half, if you can get easy points, you've got to go for it. Nice job there in transition.
A timeout taken midway through this third quarter. Williams has checked in. All right, they're set to resume. Williams looking to make his move, and Mo Williams able to flip it home.
Not much defensive help there, Marv. They've got to tighten things up here if they're going to get back in this game.
Kidd takes to the rim, and Jason Kidd could not finish.
That's impressive, Marv. He draws the contact and finishes with a dunk. Unbelievable.
Bogut gets inside, and Andrew Bogut will put it home.
Once again, poor defense, Marv, leads to the easy hoop. They've got to tighten things up here.
Carter looking for the open man. Here's Kidd, and Jason Kidd off the mark, and stuffs.
We love the hustle, Marv. The offensive board leads to the putback, and that's pure energy right there.
Offensive foul. Kidd comes across, and a foul is called. Here's Carter. Yes! Carter is 6 for 16 from the field.
I don't know if you could do anything differently defensively, Marv. They got a hand up, they contested the shot, but boy, does he love that area of the floor.
Kidd walks to the front court. Oh, the steal! Villanueva with a nice pass. And Ruben Patterson able to lay it home.
That's solid offensive execution, leading to the easy deuce.
Kidd, nice move. And the offensive foul will give it back to the Bucks. Well, he got the call. Steve, how would you like to take a hit like that?
Well, I wouldn't. That's why I retired, and that's why I'm sitting next to you in the booth.
Williams setting up. That was a three-point attempt. And Michael Redd knocks down the three.
Boy, the coach has to be extremely disappointed here tonight, Marv, with this defensive effort. Nobody challenging shots.
Redd giving no room for three. Not able to hit the three. Oh, what a pass. Williams with a wide open shot, and Mo Williams not able to score, and Mo Williams able to hit. That's a 9-0 run for the Bucks.
Marv, they've got to be very careful here now, starting to lose a grip on this ball game. I'd get a timeout right now to try to stop this run.
And Lawrence Frank wants to talk.
Marv, I think this is a very quick timeout. I think as a player, it's good to be allowed to play through a little adversity to build some confidence.
And scores. Carter 7 for 17 from the field. Redd kicks it out. Open shot, and the field goal.
The assist to number 23, Ruben Patterson.
Nice entry pass. Moore able to pull it back, and Mikey Moore not able to hit.
Excellent defensive possession there, Marv. They challenged that shot, made it difficult.
Red on the hop. Here's Patterson, and Ruben Patterson comes up short. Jefferson on the rebound. Here's Kidd, and Jason Kidd off the mark.
That's great defense there, Marvin. That's one of the reasons they've built this lead. Excellent preparation coming into tonight. They know the spots on the floor where each player wants to shoot from. They were waiting for that play.
The assist to number 22, Michael Red.
Kidd bringing it across. Good job by Williams. Here's Kidd, and Jason Kidd comes up short.
Great defense there. He obviously read the scouting report because that's exactly where his opponent loves to shoot from, but he got up in him, got in his face, challenged the shot, and made him miss.
And here we have the end of the third quarter. The Bucks lead by 14. As we move on to the fourth quarter, this crowd a bit on the restless side. They have not been happy with what they have seen.
Well, this game kind of slipping away from their club, Marv, and it's because of a lack of offensive execution. They've been very sloppy with the ball. They're going to have to start setting better screens and getting better looks at the basket.
Williams pushing it. Here's Bogut, and Andrew Bogut lowers the layup. He took it away.
Once again, Marv, easy penetration to the rim. Defense very fortunate there.
Villanueva at the line.
Well, Toronto surprised a lot of people, Marv, by picking him 7th in the 2005 draft. But Villanueva had an excellent rookie campaign. Scored 48 points in one game. A very active, agile, big man who can step out onto the floor and knock down shots. Kind of the modern-day power forward, Marv.
Good job by Williams. Kidd looking for the open man and able to knock it down. The Nets will get it back.
Lack of communication there, Marv. That's a mistake, but I think the defensive pressure may be getting to this club.
Kidd to the front court. Look out, good play. Here come the Bucks. And Michael Red could not finish.
I like the offense, Marv. They're doing a nice job getting to the rim, but you've got to convert that play.
And Vince Carter with 18 points. Nice backdoor pass, and Michael Red converts.
I like what this club is doing, Marv. Nice execution offensively. That leads to the easy bucket. Well, they've got it kicked into gear here tonight, Marv. The starters played well, and the bench has come in and really increased the lead.
Kidd looking for the opening, and Jason Kidd not able to hit.
Marv, that's the kind of shot you have to make if you want to come back from this kind of deficit.
Carter finds the opening. He fires from downtown. The jumper's off the mark. Kristich fires it out. Here's Jefferson. That will count, and the foul. Jefferson at the line for the first time.
Jefferson, extremely athletic, loves to run the floor, has always been a very high percentage shooter. I think partly because he's just a smart player, understands the game, takes good shots, moves the ball on when he doesn't have an advantage.
Carter walks it across. Delivery to Kristich. Here's Kristich. And Kristich not able to hit. And Kristich able to flip it home.
It's a big play there, Mark. With this team trailing, they have to find some energy. It's a big offensive putback.
Red gives it up, and he puts it down.
Defensively, your main objective is to keep the ball.
Nice pass inside. 7 on the 24. And Mikey Moore comes up short.
Well, when you have a lead, you want to continue to try to build upon it, and the way you do that, Marv, is solid defense.
Delivery to Bogut. Nice entry pass. Shot clock at 5. And Ruben Patterson off the mark. Carter pushes it down. Here's Carter. Vince Carter. Delivery to Red. Red putting the speed on. All right, here comes the pick. Shot clock down to 7. And Ruben Patterson got the roll.
Terrific offensive execution there, Marv.
And a foul is called. Good job by Villanueva. Kristich is turned back. Here's Carter. And puts it down.
Well, nice take to the rim there, Marv. And that's the way you cut into a lead. Really be aggressive going into the paint.
And the bucket. Kidd in possession. Accelerates and gets the friendly roll.
Good move there, Marv. Anytime you're down, you've got to attack the rim. You can't settle for long jump shots. I like that.
Here's Patterson. Ruben Patterson able to stuff. Kidd moving it across. Shot clock is down to 7. Kristich with the shot, and Kristich with 10 points.
Well, with a hand in his face, he somehow manages to make it anyway.
Yes. Patterson trying to stay in front of him. Shot clock at 7. Shot clock with 5 seconds remaining. Yes! Kidd is 8 for 20 from the field. Villanueva throwing off the mark.
That's a tough one there, Marv. You're trailing. It's late. You've got to make the most of every possession. And a careless turnover, that could cost them the ballgame.
And Andrew Bogut able to lay it home. Good job by Williams. Jefferson fires one up, and Richard Jefferson not able to hit. Kristich on the follow, and Kristich with the follow. Delivery to Patterson. Patterson penetrating. Here's the pass. And Jason Kidd with the foul. That's his 3rd. Bogut at the line, first time tonight. And Andrew Bogut with 12 points. Kidd looking for the open man for 3. Yes. Williams with the move. And scores. Kidd puts the speed on, and Jason Kidd not able to score. And Andrew Bogut with his last rebound now has a double-double. And stuffs.
The assist to number 31,
Kidd on the hop. Good job by Rick. Kidd accelerating. And Jason Kidd blows the layup. Back come the Bucks again. Here's Red. And he puts it down. Kidd gets space. Here's Carter. And Vince Carter comes up short. 3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Williams working the point. Down to 3. Here's the switch. Bogut with the shot clock going down. Time has run out on this one. The Bucks take it. The final score is 95-80. Michael Redd is the high man with 32 points. This is Marv Albert along with Steve Kerr saying so long from Continental Airlines Arena.